this Cj minus Zj, out of all the values of Cj minus Zj, first of all we have to find out which are the positive values. If no one is positive, that indicate we have a optimum solution. But if positive values are there, so from among the positive value, you have to select the maximum one. Here only one positive value is there, so we have to select this value only. Instead of one value, if there are more than one values, then you have to select the maximum one. If they are same, then you can select anyone randomly. If maximum value occur at more than one places, you can select anyone randomly. Okay. After that, the corresponding column becomes key column and the corresponding variable will enter into the basis. So this third variable x3 will enter into the basis. X3 will enter into the basis. Now we have to find out which variable will leave the basis, and to find out the answer of that question we have to find out the ratios. But we have to take the ratio of only positive values of key column. Here only one value is positive, so we have to take the ratio of this value only. Don't take ratio of this. If this one is also negative or zero, means no one is positive, then we have to write one sentence: the problem has unbounded solution. Problem has unbounded solution means problem has infinitely many solutions, but we are not able to find out the optimum one. That is known as unbounded solution. That we already discussed in our graphical method, linear programming problem, graphical method. We already discussed that particular part. Now, because one value is positive, take the ratio of that value. So, what is the formula? XB, I think this is wrong. XB divided by positive value of key column, and XB means this column. This one is CB. So my ratio should be this 200 divided by 5, not 1200, 200 divided by 5. So we get 40. So this 40, that is the only one ratio. So the corresponding variable, that means x2 will leave the basis and in that place x3 will enter. So x3 will enter in place of x2. X1 we have to keep as it is. Okay, the coefficient of x3 and x1 from the objective function. See the coefficient of x3, that is 1100, and x2, that is 1200, x1, that is 1000. So the coefficient of x3, that is 1100, coefficient of x1 is 1000. Okay, that we have to write as it is. Now we have to divide all the elements of this key row by key element. First of all, we have to divide all the elements of this key row by this key element. Key element is what? 5. So 200 divided by 5, we get 40. 0 divided by 5, we get 0. 1 divided by 5, we get 0.2. 5 divided by 5, we get 1. 1 divided by 5, we get 0.2. And 2 divided by 5, we get 0.4, but minus sign is there. And in the remaining place of key column, we have to put 0. So here we have to write 0. And now to calculate this value, what is the formula? Old value, this is old value, minus multiplication of two dotted value divided by key element. Key element is what? 5. So denominator is 5 fixed. Now see the corresponding dotted value of this 0 in a row as well as in a column. So here it is 200, and if you see the dotted value, that is what? Minus 6. So multiply this 200 with minus 6. So 200 into minus 6, that means what? Minus 1200. So here you have to write minus 1200. But this minus minus become plus, and 1200 divided by 5, that is 240. So we have to write plus 240, because 0 plus 240, that is 240. So in place of 0, we have to write here 240. Now this value 1, here if you want to find out this value, then old value minus, now see multiplication of this 0 with minus 6. So 0 into minus 6 is what? 0. 0 divided by 5, 0 by any constant number is 0. So 1 minus 0, we get 1 only. So we have to write 1 here. Now this 0 minus, now we have to multiply this two value, minus 6 and 1, that is what? Minus 6 divided by 5. So we get minus 1.2. Minus 6 divided by 5. We get minus 1.2. But there is minus sign here. So 0 minus minus. That means 0 plus 1.2. So ultimately we get plus 1.2. Okay, now if we want to calculate for this, so minus 1 minus what? This 1 and this minus 6. So multiply these two, we get minus 6, divide it by 5, we get minus 1.5. So minus 1 minus minus 1.5. So it becomes minus 1 plus 1.5. So we get only positive point, sorry, not 1.5, 1.2. So we get only positive 0.2. Now this 3. 3 minus what? Minus 2 into minus 6. So we get plus 12. 12 divided by 5. We get 2.4. So 3 minus 2.4. So we get 0.6. Okay, that is the way to calculate all values. The formula is like this. New value equal to old value minus, here we have to write key element, that is what, 5, and here we have to write multiplication of two dotted value, means which two dot value, we have to see the old value and the corresponding value in a row and column, but that should have some dot, and this dot should be in a key row, and all the elements which are in key row and key column, that we have to consider as dotted values. Okay, once we have this, calculate Zj. So now how to calculate Zj? The formula is simple, this with this, multiply this. So obviously 1100 into 0 is 0, and 1000 into 1, that is 1000, and 0 plus 1000 is 1000. So we have to write here 1000. Okay, now consider this. 1100 into 0.2, that is 220, and 1000 into 1.2, that is 1200, and the total of that is 1420. So we have to write 1420 here. Okay, now for this, 1100 into 1, 1100, and 1000 into 0 is 0. So 1100 plus 0, that is 1100. Now this one. So 1100 into 0.2, that is 220, and 1000 into 0.2, that is 200. Total of that is 420. Okay, now this 1100 into minus 0.4, that is minus 440, and 1000 into 0.6, that is what, 600, and the total of that is 160, minus 600 minus 440, that is 160. Okay, once we have this, now we have to calculate Cj minus Zj. Okay, now how to calculate Cj minus Zj? We have already Cj as well as Zj. So our corresponding value of Cj means this value, 1000, 1200 and 1100, then 0 0. So 1000 minus 1000, 0. 1100, sorry, this is 1200. The next value is 1200. So 1200 minus 1420. So we get minus 220. Then 1100 minus 1100, 0. Then 0 minus 420 is minus 420. 0 minus 160 is minus 160. Now see, all these values are negative. So we can say that here all Cj minus Zj less than or equal to 0. So we have optimum solution. We have optimum solution, and the optimum solution is x1 equal to, see, x1 is there here, and you have to see the value of xb. That is what? 240. X1 is 240. X2, there is no x2 here, so we have to consider 0. And x3, the corresponding value in xb is 40, so this 40. So in that way we get the value of x1, x2 and x3. If variable is not there, you have to take its value 0. Here this is the solution for this variable, and these are the coefficient of the objective function. Okay, now you have to rewrite your original objective function. Our maximize z was 1000 x1 plus 1200 x2 plus 1100 x3. In that put the values: 1000 into 240, 1200 into 0 and 1100 into 40. So that is the highest value of z according to the restriction. So this becomes 2,40,000 plus 0, and here we get 44,000. So ultimately my answer is 2,84,000. So that is the maximum value of z over. So this is the way to solve the example by using simplex method. Let us do the practice once again. Let us do one example for practice point of view. See, once we have an idea, we are able to solve this type of example within a 10 to 15 minutes. Solve the problem by using simplex method. Minimize z equal to 20x1 minus 30x2 minus 40x3 subject to 2x1 minus x2 minus 3x3 greater than or equal to minus 450, minus x1 plus 2x2 plus x3 greater than or equal to minus 300, x1 x2 x3 greater than or equal to 0. This is the question. Now let us find out the answer of this question. So first step, see your objective function. It is in minimized form. So first step, convert into maximized form, and that is the first requirement for the standard form. So the standard form or objective function should be in maximized form. Let us say maximum z1. Instead of z, let us write 1, z1, or any another symbol. You can write z star, no problem at all. Z star. So just multiply this by minus 1. Multiply this by minus 1. If the problem is for minimization, convert it into maximization. If it is already in maximization form, keep as it is. Here it is in minimized form, so multiply this by minus 1. So we get minus 20x1 plus 30x2 plus 40x3 subject to the constraints. Subject to the constraints. Now this value is minus 450. This value is minus 450. So multiply this by minus 1 because we want positive value here. So the next step is convert the right hand side negative value into positive form. So this is negative, so multiply this by minus 1. So what we get? Minus 2x1 plus x2 plus 3x3, and we know that if you multiply it by minus 1, sign of inequality will also change, less than or equal to 450. Second one, this is also minus, so multiplied by minus 1, so we get x1 minus 2x2 minus x3 less than or equal to 300, and you have to write x1 x2 x3 greater than or equal to 0. But still this is not in a standard form. Reason, we want to convert this less than or equal to sign into equal to sign, and we know that if there is less than or equal to sign, we have to add slack variable. We have to add slack variable. If greater than or equal to sign, we have to subtract surplus variable, and we have to add artificial variable. And if there is equal to sign, we have to add artificial variable. That is the process. So because we have this situation right now, for both the constraint we have to simply add the slack variable in each constraint to convert this inequality less than or inequality into equality form. Okay, so once again you can convert this less than or equal to sign into equal to sign by adding slack variable. Plus s1, second one x1 minus 2x2 minus x3 plus s2 equal to 300, and we know that we have to write this s1 and s2 in our maximize objective function with zero coefficient. So once again let us rewrite maximize z star equal to minus 20x1 plus 30x2 plus 40x3 plus 0 into s1 plus 0 into s2, and all these variable x1 x2 x3 as well as s1 and s2 should be greater than or equal to 0. Now convert this into tabular form. Convert this into tabular form. So in tabular form we know that first step what we have to write here, that is basis, then CB, then XB. Here we have to write CJ. All the variables x1, x2, x3, now s1, s2, and the last one is ratio. Okay. First step, write the values of this CJ. CJ stand for the coefficients of the variable from objective function. So this is our objective function. So coefficient of x1 is minus 20. So we have to write minus 20. Here it is plus 30. Here 40, 0 and 0. So from the objective function we have to write this one. Okay, next step, write this column. Here we have to write slack variable. First of all we have to write slack variable in the first table of simplex method 1, and the coefficient of s1 and s2 is 0 here. Now how to write this? So you have to use your first equation. The coefficient of x1 is what? Minus 2. So we have to write here minus 2. Then 1. Then 3. Then s1 is also coefficient of that is 1. There is no s2, 0. And this 450 you have to write here. Second one. x1, 1. Then minus 2. Minus 1. Now no s1, so 0. s2 is there, coefficient is 1. And equal to 300. So we have to write 300 here. So this is nothing but the tabular form of the standard form of the given linear programming problem. Now next step. Next step is calculate the value of Zj. How to calculate Zj? So the formula is very clear. Zj equal to sigma CB. CB means this column into Xj. Xj means once you have to take x1, then you have to take x2, like that. So 0 into minus 2, 0, 0 into 1, 0, total of that is 0 over. See, because these two are 0, if you multiply with this, we get always answer 0 in the first table because it's a 0, because these two values are 0. Okay, once we have all values of Zj, calculate Cj minus Zj. So see, Cj is minus 20. Minus 20 minus 0, we get minus 20. 30 minus 0, we get 30. 40 minus 0, we get 40. 0 minus 0, 0. 0 minus 0, 0. Now, which value we have to select? First of all, see the positive values. There are two positive values. Then which value we have to select? Maximum one. Maximum is what? 40. So the corresponding variable, that means x3, will enter into the basis, and these are the elements of key column. and this x3 will enter either in place of s1 or s2. To decide which one, we have to take ratio. So ratio, there is a formula of ratio. The formula is xb divided by positive values of key column. So my positive key column, these are two values of key column. 3 is positive, minus 1 is negative. So just forget this and take the ratio with 3. So 450 divided by 3, we get 150. Okay, so now we have this value, this corresponding variable s1 will leave the basis and x3 will enter. So this becomes our key row. Okay, now the next one, next table. In next table, in place of s1 we have to write x3 and s2 remains as it is. S2 remains as it is, but the coefficient of x3 is what? 40. So we have to write here 40. Here we have to write 0. Okay, now what we have to do, divide all the elements of this key row by key element. Divide all the elements of this key row by key element. This becomes our key element. Why? Because it is in key row as well as in key column. So divide all these elements of key row by 3. So 450 divided by 3, we get 150. Minus 2 divided by 3, we get minus 0.6667. 1 divided by 3, we get 0.3333. 3 divided by 3, we get 1. 1 divided by 3, we get 0.3333. And 0 divided by 3, we get 0. And in remaining place of key column, we have to write 0. So this is our key column, we have to write here 0. And now calculate remaining value here. So my old value is what? 300. 300 minus what? Multiplication of this 450 and minus 1. So 450 into minus 1, that is minus 450, divide by 3, that is minus 150. So 300 minus 150, so we get 300 plus 150, so we get 450 here. Now this 1 minus what? So here it is minus 2 and in this row it is minus 1. This value into this value, that is what? 2. 2 divided by 3, that is 0.67. 1 minus 0.67, so we get 0.6667. Sorry. 1 minus 0.67, we get 0.33333. Okay, now this value. Minus 2 minus what? 1 into minus 1. So we get minus 1. Divide by 3. So we get minus 0.33333. So minus 2 minus plus. So minus 2 plus 0.33333. So we get minus 1.6667. Now this. So 0 minus what? So it is 1. Here corresponding dotted value is 1 and here minus 1. This into this minus 1 divided by 3, minus 0.333, 0 minus. So 0 plus 0.33333. So we get plus 0.3333. Now this value 1 minus. Here it is 0. 0 into minus 1 is what? 0. 0 by 3 is what? 0. So 1 minus 0, we get 1 only. So in that way, we have to calculate all the values of this table. Now it is routine. Calculate Zj. Okay, how to calculate Zj? CB, that means this with this. So 40 into minus 0.666666. So let us calculate 40 into 0.666666. So what we get? 26.66666, but it should be negative because of this negative. And 0 into anything is 0. So my final answer is minus 0.666666. 26.66667 minus 26.66667. Okay, now this 40 into 0.33333. So 40 into 0.33333, that is 13.33333, and this into 0 is 0, so we get 13.33333. Now 40 with this 1, 40, and 0 with 0, 0, so we get 40 only. Now this 40 into 0.6.33333, that is nothing but 13.333, and 0 into anything is 0, so we get 13.33333. And now 40 with 0, 0, and 1, 0 with 1 is 0, so answer is 0. Once we have this, we have to calculate Cj minus Zj. What is the value of Cj? Check it. Minus 20. Minus 20 minus minus. So minus 20 plus 26.66666. So ultimately we get plus 6.66667. Then next value. This is 30. 30 minus 13.3333333. So we get 16.666. 30 minus 13.33333. We get 16.66667. Then 40 minus, see the value, that is 40. So we get 0 here. Then here we get Cj is 0. 0 minus this minus 13.33333, and 0 minus 0 is 0. Now see, there are two positive value here. So which we have to select? Maximum one. Maximum is this. So the corresponding variable x2 will enter, and this becomes the elements of key column. X2 will enter, and because this is negative, don't take ratio, and take the ratio of this with what? XB. This is my XB. So 150 divided by 0.333333, that is what? 450. And that is the only one value. So that x3 will leave the basis, and in that place x2 will enter. X3 will leave the basis and x2 will enter, and s2 remains as it is. Okay, next this becomes our key row, and corresponding element of key row and key column is key element. Now the coefficient of x3 in objective function, see the coefficient of x3, that is what? 30. So we have to write 30 here. Then this we have to write coefficient of s2 is 0 only. Now what we have to do? First step, divide all the elements of key row by key element. Divide all by 0.3333. 150 divided by 0.33333, we get 450. Minus 0.666666 divided by 0.33333, we get minus 2. Here we get 1. 1 divided by 0.33333, we get plus 3. 0.333 divided by 0.333, we get 1. And here we get 0. And here we have to write 0 in a key column. And now calculate remaining all values. So how to calculate this? So this 450 minus what? 150 into this. Now let us do the calculation by using calculator. 150 into 1.66666 divided by key element 0.3333. So we get 750, but it should be negative because this into this divided by this is negative. So my answer is minus 750. So 450 minus 750. So it is 450 plus 750. So my answer is 1200. So we have to write here 1200. Okay, so 1200. Now this calculation, what we have to do? 0.333 minus what? This into this, that this is negative, so negative positive, divide by this. So let us do the calculation. 0.666666 into 1.666666 divide by 0.333333, we get 3.333333. So that is positive. So 0.33333 minus this. So we get ultimately 0.33333 minus 3.33333, we get minus 3. So we have to write here minus 3. Now this 0 minus what? So it is 1 into this, divide by this. So 1 into this is 1.6666, but minus sign is there. So 1.6666 divide by 0.33333. So we get 5. So 0 minus minus 5. So we get, once again, 0 minus this into this divided by this is 5. But minus, so 0 minus minus 5, that is plus 5. Now this one, 0.333 minus what? This into this divided by this, but this into this divided by this. So these two are same, so we can cancel this and we get only minus 1.6666, but that is minus. So 0.333 minus minus plus 1.66666. So we get 0.333 plus 1 point this, we get ultimately plus 2. And last, 1 minus, here it is 0, 0 into anything is 0, divided by anything is 0, so 1 minus 0, we get 1 only. And then after we have to calculate value of Zj. Let us calculate. How to calculate Zj? This with this, so we get here minus 60 and 0, we get minus 60. Now this, so we get 30. Now this 30 into 3, 90. 1 into 30, that is 30, and 0 into 30, 0, and 0 into 1 is 0, so we get 0. So now we have value of Zj. Now next one, Cj minus Zj. Cj, see the value of Cj here. Cj is what? Minus 20, minus 20 minus minus 60, minus 20 plus 60, so we get plus 40. Then 30 minus 30, we get 0. Here 40 minus 90, we get minus 50. 0 minus 30, we get minus 30, and here we get 0 minus 0, 0. But still this is positive, so we have to consider this as a key column, and x1 will enter. But see, these two values are negative, that means now nothing is possible. So we have to write only one sentence, because here all the values in key column are negative, so it is not possible to decide. So it is not possible to decide which variable will leave the basis. So we can say that problem has unbounded solution. Problem is unbounded solution. So that is the final answer of the question. Problem is unbounded solution. So that is the way to solve the question by using simplex method. In next example, let us do one more example to get the better idea about this. Another question number 3. Solve the following by using simplex method. Maximize z equal to 10x1 plus 12x2 plus 15x3 subject to 2x1 minus x2 plus x3 less than or equal to 100 and x1 plus x2 minus x3 equal to 80 and x1 x2 x3 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, now in this question, see what we have to do. First step, convert the problem into standard form. Our objective function is in maximized form. We want objective function in maximized form and it is available in maximized form. So keep this as it is. Subject to the constraint. Now the next one, see our both the right hand side values are positive, so nothing we have to do, but we have to convert this less than or equal to sign in equal to sign by adding slack variable. So here we have to write 2x1 minus x2 plus x3 plus we have to write s1 equal to 100, and because this equal to sign is there, simply we have to add one another variable which is neither slack nor surplus, which is known as artificial variable. So when equal to sign is there, we have to add artificial variable. And greater than or equal to sign, this type of examples are not in our syllabus, so forget it. So we have a two type of situation according to our syllabus. Either we have a less than or equal to sign or equal to sign. If we have less than or equal to sign, we have to add artificial variable. And if it is less, if equal to sign is there, we have to add artificial variable. And if less than or equal to sign is there, we have to add slack variable. That's it. Okay, now after that, because here equal to sign is there, we have to add artificial variable, and you have to rewrite your objective function, maximize objective function. Maximize z equal to 10x1 plus 12x2 plus 15x3, but listen carefully, for slack variable you have to write 0 coefficient, and for artificial variable you have to write minus infinite as a coefficient. So for artificial variable, we have to write minus infinite as a coefficient. Instead of 0, we have to write minus infinite. But there is one symbol for minus infinite. That symbol is denoted by m. So method, this method is also known as big M method. Big M method. It is a part of simplex method only, but this particular in which artificial variable is there is known as big M method. Here m is very big value like infinite. That's it. Just you have to consider m is a very big value and remaining all steps are same. And here you have to write x1, x2, x3, s1 and a1 greater than or equal to 0. Now let us start tabular form. Now nothing is new, nothing is different compared to simplex method 1. First step, basis CB, XB, here you have to write CJ, X1, X2, X3, S1 and now A1. Okay, now the first step, put the values of CJ. CJ, the coefficient of X1 is 10, X2 is 12, X3 is 15, 0 and here you have to write minus M. Okay, here in basis you have to write slack variable for first constraint and artificial variable for second, because we added slack variable in first one and artificial in second one. Now here's coefficient of S1 is 0 and A1 is minus M. Now XB, okay, before that see the first equation. The coefficient of x1 is 2, so we have to write 2. Then minus 1. Here coefficient of x2 is minus 1. x3 is 1. s1 is 1. No, a1 0. Now for second one, x1 coefficient is 1. Then 1. Then minus 1. Then 0. And then 1. And here you have to write this right hand side value 180. Okay, and now the remaining part is same. First calculate Zj. How to calculate Zj? CB. This is the column of CB into this. So 0 into 2 is 0, but minus m into 1 is minus m. Listen carefully, m is very big value like infinite. Now here, so 0 into minus 1 is 0 and minus m into 1 we get minus m. 0 into 1 is 0, minus minus plus m. Here we get 0 and here we get minus m. So these are the values of Cj. Now, sorry, Zj. Now Cj minus Zj. So 10 minus minus, so plus. So 10 plus m. This is 12 plus m. 15 minus m. Here 0 minus 0, 0 and minus m minus minus m 0. Now, see, we know that here m is a like infinite. M is like infinite. So it's a big value. You can consider any value like 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 1 crore, like any number. So obviously if it is 1 lakh, then it is 10 plus 1 lakh. So it is 1 lakh 10,000, 1 lakh 10. This is 1 lakh 12. And this is negative because 15 minus 1 lakh is minus. So this is negative because coefficient of is negative, value is negative. So these are the only two positive value. M is, let you can consider 100 on also. So 12 minus 12 plus 100 is 112 and 10 plus 100 is 110. So highest value is this one. So we have to consider this as a key column. So x2 will enter into the basis. X2 will enter into the basis. In which place? To find out that one, we have to take ratio. Okay, because this negative, don't take ratio. And here, this is 80 divided by 1, we get 80 only. And that is only one value. Then consider this as a key row. So this A1 will leave the basis, and in that place, we have to enter this x2, and this becomes our key element. So here we have to write s1. A1 will leave the basis, and in that place, we have to write x2. That's it. And remaining is same like previous. So nothing is new, just okay, coefficient of s1 is 0 and coefficient of x2 is what, 12. And divide all these key element by key row by key element, and all that calculations you have to do by yourself. Consider that is your homework and complete it. In next lecture we will continue. Now we require only one lecture to